Whoa. Oh, crap. Did you see that? Let's get out of here before they get us. Oh, no. I know. Oh, man. That was close, but I think we're safe. Let's get out of here. I am so glad I made it out of there alive. Seriously. If I hadn't made it out of there alive, I would never be around to shave with this. That's right. This is the newest, latest, and greatest in technology in shavewear. I escaped by literally, like, I was within feet of my death, and then from out of nowhere I was saved. Obviously for there must be some reason I was saved. But what we're here for and why I am still on planet Earth, I'm gonna live every moment of my life like it's the last moment, because you never know when that moment's gone. And that being said, an important part of my life and my daily thing is my shaves. And I will only settle for the best. Now, I have tried many a razor, and I will let you know that I have tried many of the razors produced by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Douglas Smythe. I started out with the DOC. We all know about the DOC. Huge hit. People love the DOC. If you haven't seen my video on the DOC, watch it. I've got 2 or 3 of them. Then it was a Sidewinder. I loved the Sidewinder. Genius in my mind. Why it's not still available, I don't know, but it was genius, and it's not available, and you guys missed out. Now, one thing that you won't want to miss out on is your opportunity for this razor right here. It's going to be awesome. So, this is what I present to you guys. This is not just a slant razor. Look at that mean slant. Holy cow, that is a slant. That is a slant if I ever saw a slant. Not only is it a slant razor, but it is a open comb slant razor. This is one that's unique and you're going to want in your collection. Now, you're not going to get bigger muscles by lifting it, because this thing is light. And when I say light, it doesn't feel like it's cheap or anything like that. It just feels efficient, like a slant razor should. And I'm excited to see how this shaves right from the get-go. Everyone that knows me knows that I love my heavy razors. But there's something intriguing to me about this razor. And it just feels awesome. This right here, Douglas, at the bottom, the way that feels in my fingers when I hold this thing, I like it. I don't know if that was your idea. Must have been your idea. But I like it. There's something about the feel of the razor that I'm really digging. And the only way that you guys are going to know what I'm talking about is to buy one yourself. So break open your wallets already. This is almost like a half off price. Most good razors are like 40 bucks, 39 bucks, whatever. This one is like half of that price. The other thing that I like about this razor is it's got metal threads. Metal threads. That's of all the pieces of this, that is going to be something that's definitely important when you consider if you're going to have a razor that's made out of Bakelite. Anything that's not metal, right? Now, take a look at this. Do you guys see those grooves? You got the bottom open comb and then the top. It's got these grooves that are built into it. And I have never had a razor that had it quite like that before. Yes, the DLC is designed with those gaps, right? But those channels kind of allude to it in an interesting and intriguing way. I'm curious to see how that feels on my face. Anyways, I don't know how aggressive this is. I know the DLC looks really aggressive, but it's quite a mild shaver, and it was designed that way, to be that way. However, I've never shaved with this, so I don't know what to expect. So, I am going to shave with my #1 blade at the moment, which is Voskod. Now, we just have to decide what is the product going to be that I shave with. That's a great question. So let me get this blade put in. Alright guys, real simple. Just take the handle off. You're right here. Boom. Flip it upside down. And simply take that bottom plate off. Now you're sitting here and you've got, if you can see it, you've got those grooves. Those are going to hold the blade in perfectly. Another good part of the design. Place the bottom cap back on, like so, and then we're going to get down to business. Alright, so when you're placing the blade, you'll want to be very careful, and one thing that I noticed is you'll want to also make sure that when you place the blade, you place it in, that it's in snug. It'll line up, and once it's put in right, it should look like this. Okay? So make sure when you're working with that blade, one, that you don't cut yourself, and two, that blade, when you're putting the blade in initially, that you're putting it in snugly in against that center piece, and then it's gonna look like this. There you go. Now you see that blade exposure, right? Now the only decision is, which soap do I shave with? I've got the How to Grow Your Mustache shirt representing here. I have chocolate bourbon. If you guys don't have this and you like sweet scents, smells good, guys. If you have a sweet tooth, this should be in your shaved in. Smells just like brownies right out of the oven. That good. If you guys love getting hopped up on caffeine and you are coffee freaks, then you and your shaved in should not be without this one right here, Spring Heeled Jack. Why? Because this is going to add some spring to your step. Oh my gosh. And that is just like a fresh pot of brewing coffee. Love that. CAD. Cannot go wrong with CAD. This will be selling till the end of time. It's amazing. Everyone loves this stuff. And last but not least, I think what it's come down to, and that is Agartha. Oh, this stuff. Dude, this is what I'm going to shave with tonight. If you guys don't have this one, you're missing out. And you should watch my video series about this one if you want to know all about it. But I am taking this one because I can. I'm going to. This is an important shave for me. This marks the first time that I ever used an open comb slant razor and Bakelite razor all in one. So I'm having a lot of firsts. This is awesome. I love, dude, the way that blade just shimmers off of the black, the contrast. I'm loving that. Anyways, alright, Rich. Okay, here's one thing that I am going to use. Just so you guys know, I am going to use an awesome brush because I want awesome lather. And that will be this brush right here. Which you can tell, it's got a nice size. Synthetic. I like the synthetic. Feels good. And anyways, I'm a fan of synthetics. Alright. In addition to that, I'm going to be using some prickly pear pre-shave jelly right here. We're going to see what kind of shave that helps me get. Then post-shave, we're going to be using some of the Solstice post-shave balm. And then I'm going to round it out at the end with Cella Cool mentholated, guys. And this stuff is amazing also. I love it. I love that stuff. And it's not going to be around forever, so if you like that scent, you need to be all over that. So break out the wallets, guys. You'll thank me later. Alright. Let's get to it. What do you say? I normally like to use this stuff right here. This is the Phoenix Ice. It's super slick once it's wet, and it's great as a pre-shave. You guys have seen me use this in countless videos. That's great if you like the puck stuff. But I have never tried the pre-shave jelly. Prickly pear pre-shave jelly. And so you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm not going to pass up that opportunity. So, that being said, let's do that. My hands are now wet. Hold on. I've learned you should never be without a very nice knife. So, because you guys didn't see me open up my package that I got that had all this. By the way, this was given to me by a very, very generous friend of mine who I remember every time that I use this. He knows who he is. Really good man. Alright, guys. Let's try this stuff out. I think I got plenty on here. Probably more than plenty. Keeps coming out. Alright. Boom. That is a lot. And it's mentholated. And I love menthol. My goodness. Oh. Whew. That does feel good. You definitely, if you're a menthol person, that is right down your alley, and it's super slick when it gets wet too. Super, super slick. Alright. Well, here goes nothing, guys. Alright, so we're starting to get there after 2 passes. This would be acceptable for a lot of people that were ready to go and need to just get out and go. What I'm feeling right now. But for the shaving with ridge standard, I gotta go more passes, especially in my trouble spots right here. They're gonna need a little bit more attention. But yeah, I mean, just look at the look on my face. Doesn't that say it all? Oh, all right. It's time for a little bit of this. We just had the alum. Now we're going in for the cella. Smells so good. You can feel the menthol. For menthol lovers, ooh, gosh, it's a combination of ecstasy, because you smell this smell just hits you. The cello smell, but imagine it even stronger. And then at the same time you get this punch of menthol, which is not too much, at least not for me, because I'm in love with menthol, but just enough to be like a really big friendly friend that just comes up like Rudd's and just gives you a big hug. The friendly, you know, big giant, but you're super happy to see him because he's just cool. That's what I think of with like Cella. This scent is like heavy, it's strong, it's there, you know it's gonna be lasting. When the menthol kicks in, it's embracing. It's like a hug from Rudd's. Yeah, I know one of these days we're gonna meet up at like some meetup someplace, and you're right. Remember that video you did? But that's what it is. So friendly. Oh, dude, my skin feels so good right now. I didn't get any nicks or any weepers that you could see any noticeable anything on. It's just the closest shave. I will say it was different. I've always said every razor razors are like sports cars. Everyone drives different. And what I like about this razor, let me just give you a lineup of razors, okay? Just to demonstrate my point. This is the Merkur 39C, okay? They call this thing the sledgehammer, and it is weighty. It is not an open comb, but it is a slant and it's weighty. So this operates different. This is one kind of sports car. And as the saying goes, your mileage may vary, right? But what I love about this, these are two polar opposite ends of the scale for slants. And yet I got a great shave with this. Even though it is totally different in almost every single way from a razor like this. And half the cost. I'll make sure I throw that caveat in there. So as far as razors go, let's get into some of these that you should not miss out on while you're placing your orders. And I believe that Douglas gives a discount or free shipping if your order is large enough. This is another razor which he has some available at the moment. And they won't be the version that I have because it's not even out. But he might have the nickel one out, which my dad has that one, and it is a beauty. Anyways, here's another one right there. Again, in size comparison, just to give you an idea on the size. Alright? That's what you're looking on in size. Very comparable to in the size of the DLC, slightly taller. Both open comb, but this is not a slant. Then there's this razor, which is the Sidewinder. Look how beautiful this razor is. And again, like sports cars, they all drive differently. This is a two-piece razor, which probably none of you guys will ever have the chance to get again. Which means that I may have one of the very few that will ever exist in the world. Thank you very much. Amazing. Amazing razor. Again, put out by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Take a look here, guys. Polar opposites. This is heavy. This is big. This is a different kind of sports car. Does it get the job done? You bet it does. This one right here, it's the size of about the DLC, so it makes it great for traveling. Gets the job done. But I'll tell you this. This is one thing that I appreciate about this razor is it tests your ability to adapt to different sports cars. This razor right here, even though it is light, I will tell you that you will get your best shaves when you let the razor do all of the work. It was designed by someone who knew it was going to be light, and so they compensated for some of that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Douglas. But I just got one of the most amazing shaves, and I let the razor do the work. I didn't put a lot of pressure on my face. I just let the razor do the work. And I got a great shave. So I appreciate this for a lot of reasons. I know that sounds contrary because I've been such a huge fan of razors like this, which for the life of me, I don't know why that's not been re-released. This one's been released in all kinds of different forms, both amazing razors in their own right. But yeah, this is my only Bakelite razor, and what an experience. What an experience this has been. I'll tell you. Amazing. For what it is, it's light. It feels good in your hands. It does feel good. It feels light. It's got grip, which maybe you can't see it, but this grip works really well. You're not going to hold this thing up here as much as maybe. It just feels right in your hand. I know a lot of thought went into this razor. I like this whole thing here, if I can do it without slicing myself. It just works. It's cool. And the black. Dude. The black is cool. It is really cool. So, this might be, for its price point, worth getting both. Even if you're a Star Wars fan or something like that, why not get both the white and the black? Why not? Put them up on your shelf. It's unique. It has earned its spot in the shave den. It has earned its spot. And I appreciate this razor for what it is. And I look forward to learning how to perfect this razor, because this was only my first shave with it. With a Voskhod blade. I'm curious to see what other blades work like in this thing, because open comb slant razor. It's awesome. It's awesome. Alright, I've said enough about this. I think you guys got the point across very clearly. Awesome. It surprised me. This surprised me. And in some ways it didn't, because I know the maker of it and the mind that goes along with that. And it makes total sense that it just works. You just have to learn how to drive it. That's it. Every razor is different, and it can work. And this is awesome to take with you if you're traveling. Absolutely, this would be an awesome traveling razor. Awesome traveling razor. Among just an awesome razor altogether, but if you're traveling, you definitely want to consider things like this, smaller razors instead of big heavy ones. Probably consider brushes like smaller brushes, things like that. Anyways, that's all for a different video. Right now, we're going to try some of this stuff out right here. Now this is the post-shave balm. I already had the great experience of the Cella. Let me tell you, you get everything you pay for and then some with that stuff. That's an experience in and of itself. And it's so versatile to so many different scents of soaps that you might use, in my opinion. I like this balm. Because you can actually work it into your skin. It doesn't like absorb right away. It does absorb, but you can work it in and it just kind of go over your skin. It just feels good to just keep doing this. Fantastic. My list keeps getting bigger and bigger. You'd think I'd have enough shaving stuff, but my list is growing by leaps and bounds. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And wait 5 more minutes on this. Oh, jeez. Alright, Douglas. I don't know what to say about you, man. Huh. Jackpot! Yeah, yeah. You don't trust me? Give it a shot. Yeah. Give it a shot. The pre-shave, that was a good experience. The menthol in that, I appreciate the menthol in that. The post-shave, it's right here, guys. And if you like the pucks, you got the Phoenix Ice. This stuff, you can't go wrong with it either. For the price, and for what this is, oh, one major thing that cannot be left unsaid about this. I love this razor, but when I'm rinsing it and I stick it into some really hot water and then reapply it onto my face, I have been known from time to time to get a total transfer of heat from very hot water to my face, and it feels like I've seared my face or burned my face because I just turned the tap water on and wasn't paying attention. It was super hot, or hotter than I thought it was supposed to be, and it transferred right into the metal, and then the metal on my face, and then I was like, whoa, gotta correct that. This, you can run it under hot water, set it there, and it does not take in the heat like metal does. So you're not gonna have that experience of where you put the blade, the razor on your face and go, oh! Come on, everyone's done it, right? I don't think there's anyone who's watched this that's a seasoned wet shaver that hasn't had that experience. And that's what is awesome about Bakelite, is that heat transfer. It's not, you're not ever gonna have that experience. Enough said. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to know that there are people in the industry that are innovative, creative, geniuses, soap makers, brush makers, shirt makers, aftershave makers. They do it all. They do it all. From the soap, can't beat it, to the razors, you can't beat them. And no, this is not for sale, and it never will be. And it's mine, all mine. It's a beauty. If you missed out, you missed out. I'm sorry. That's all I can say for you is I'm sorry. Don't make the mistake and miss out on this. Catch it while you can. You choose white or black or both. For the price, white or black or both. This is Shaving with Rich. And thanks. Thank you. And we'll see you next time.